Hi, I'm Gary White for Channel 6, Central Kentucky Television. I'm here with Luke Fries at the Nelson County Extension Office. And today we're continuing our cooking through the calendar, 2019 Food and Nutrition Calendar. It's already August, which means we're on the
downslope.
Yeah,
we're on the downslope, and we actually just got 3 more boxes of calendars.
Okay.
So if you're still missing a calendar and you'd like one, we've got plenty of them. So,
okay.
And like we said before, even if you don't want it for the calendar portion, it's got all these tear-out recipes in the back as well. So it's still useful.
Right, that's right. Because every month has a different recipe, and we've been going through all the recipes. And for the month of August, it's going to be the Easy Sheet Pan Chicken Bake.
Correct.
So it has to be good if it has easy in the title.
Right, that's what we said earlier. We're gonna get this recipe accomplished, but I wanted to show quickly, because a lot of times it seems like I have everything pre-chopped and pre-measured and all that good stuff, and I do again today. But I didn't
come like that at home.
Yeah, no, it actually doesn't come in unless you get one of those pre-ordered meals, and then all you gotta do is cook it. But I wanted to show quickly how to, an easy way to chop an onion. I don't know if I've done this before, but hopefully you can see it at home. If not, you can definitely ask us here at the Extension Office. It's anytime I go into a school or I'm working with an audience and we're using an onion, I like to show them this, and they're always like, man, that's incredible. That saves me a lot of time. So just wanted to show this real quick, and hopefully we don't lose any fingers or anything.
Absolutely. Is this a no tears method too?
What's that?
No tears method?
Oh yeah, no. So yeah, cover your eyes. I don't think we've had a resolution to that yet. But so what I did here with this onion is I cut it in half already from root to root. And anytime you're using a knife and a cutting board and you're cutting onion or vegetables or fruits, you want to try to get things on a flat surface so it's not rolling around on you. Because if you're trying to cut it on a rolly surface, an uneven surface, you can easily slip as it's rolling. So the reason why I cut it in half was to keep it, so it's flat when I chop it. But also the reason why I cut it root to root, which we'll show you in a second, this top layer comes off really easily. So we're just going to peel off that top layer, maybe.
This is the easy part of the recipe.
Yeah, this is the easy part. So then we have the root here, which goes into the ground, is still intact, and we're going to try to keep that intact throughout this whole chopping process. Okay. And then this part we can go ahead and cut off, because we don't really want that top part that kind of comes out of the ground in an onion. That's kind of a papery part, and we don't want that in our recipe. So for this recipe, we actually would just slice this onion, because we want these big kind of pieces like our bell peppers here.
Right.
But I'm just going to show you quickly how to chop an onion really easily. Now, whenever I was growing up, my mom had me cut a grid and then cut the onion. But because that's not very safe, I have the onion in my hand, and then it's rolling around on the cutting board. We're going to try something a little bit different. Now, usually when you're chopping or cutting, you want to keep the knife stationary and the tip of the knife on a cutting board. So all you're doing is rocking back and forth, and then you're moving whatever it is to the knife. That way you're not shifting the knife around, you don't know where it is. So this is one of the times that we won't keep the knife on the board, but we're just going to kind of cut into the onion. We're not going to cut past the root. We're just going to cut in and down. And it's almost like scoring it, but you're cutting all the way through. So you're just going to cut all the way, put the tip of the knife in almost to the root, but not cut through it. Make sure those fingers are out of the way. You can go really slow. But you're just going to cut all around that onion. So what happens is that root kind of keeps it held together.
Okay.
But you've got, even diced onions there. So then what we're going to do is use our bear claw. That's what I tell the kids. And just to keep our fingers out of the way. And again, all I'm going to do is move the onion towards the knife, and the knife stays on, the tip of the knife stays on the cutting board, and all I'm going to do is rock back and forth.
Oh.
And so, yeah, keep those fingers out of the way, but see how easy that is, and it dices it really nicely. So you don't have to go back. If you wanted it finer chopped, you could go back and, again, this part you can move that knife a little bit, but keep that hand on top of the knife, and you can just rock back and forth and make that a little more fine. So easy way to do that. I was going to show you how to do a bell pepper just real quickly as well. We're going to cut that top part off. Now the hot part of a bell pepper, the spicy part of a bell pepper, comes in the seeds and that white part. So if you're not into spice for this recipe, go ahead and take that whole seed pod out, and then you can take that, just tear that white part out with your fingers as well. But then we're going to go ahead and try to get that on a flat surface. So again, this is the easiest way I know how to do it. And then we can go ahead, use our knife skills, move that bell pepper towards the knife. Knife stays in the same spot, and we'll have thin strips of bell pepper, just like that.
Look at
Easy
that.
enough,
Yes.
right? All right, so now we got
Keeping your fingers out.
That's right. So we've got that under control. We've got that covered. We're going to use this onion in our recipe.
Okay.
So
And this is diced.
this is diced, but
Right.
in the
Recipe.
Of course, we always have to make a head, right?
Right.
Because it has to be magic when we pull it out of the oven.
Exactly.
But we're going to use diced in this second version, but I've used sliced
Okay.
in the other version that I made
you
earlier
sliced and
this
diced.
morning. That's right, sliced and diced this morning. That's 2 skills that we try to teach around here.
Exactly.
All right, so if you want to,
Yes.
what we've got is I've already cut this pound of chicken breast into strips,
Right.
and the thinner, really, the better. So once you put that in the oven, it says 20 to 25 minutes, I believe, on the recipe. It's going to take that full 25 if you have thicker pieces of chicken, because you want to
Gotcha.
cook that all the way through to temperature, which, as our thing says, 165 is
That's
chicken.
right.
So, so if you want to, Gary, go ahead and put that chicken into our mixing bowl here.
Okay. Put this down here. Okay.
All right, and then we're going to add, it says 3 bell peppers. I kind of did a mix and match of red,
Yeah.
yellow, green. I like
Colorful.
to make it colorful.
Absolutely.
And then we have purple here in a second with our onions.
Because we eat
we'll
with
add
our
those
eyes
too.
as well, right?
That's right. That's what I always say. We eat with our eyes first. So if it doesn't look very appetizing, we're probably not going to think it's very appetizing.
Right.
All right, so then we're going to add, we have 3 tablespoons of olive oil. So you can go ahead and just kind of spread that over the top. Then our spice mixture today is a combination of chili powder, paprika, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And that's all mixed in there, so yeah, you can just drizzle it there on top.
Okay. Yeah, because it has all these, when you look at the recipe, it has them all listed individually, but you put them all into the same
Right,
thing,
and
right?
and the instructions go ahead and tell you when after you're measuring all those things out, to go ahead and put them in a little bowl, mix them all together. That way it's easy for you,
Right.
and it all gets kind of spread over the top. So then you got a spoon there. If you just want to mix that all together,
Doesn't matter.
no, these are the some of the products we have here as our incentives. So we use what we got.
That's right. And it could be a
Just
spoon
don't-
or a spatula.
That's right. And you don't have to, you can just use one or the other. You probably don't want to, after you've mixed raw chicken, go ahead and put your hand on that
Right.
opposite side.
Right.
So keep, whichever side you do choose, go ahead and keep it on that side.
Yeah.
But yeah, mix
Okay.
that up real well. And what I'm going to do, I've already covered a baking sheet with foil, aluminum foil. I do that because a lot of times this stuff sticks to it, and I hate cleanup. I'm not a cleanup guy.
Yeah.
I like to cook, but I don't like the cleanup part. So I go ahead and put foil on it, cover it up. That way when we're done, all I got to do is rip that foil off and we're good to go. This is a non-stick canola oil spray. So we're going to spray that on there so hopefully we don't have too much sticking. So make a nice even spray there.
How's that looking?
It looks pretty good. All right, Gary, so if you want to, go ahead and use that spatula and just spread it evenly over that sheet pan. Look how easy
I know.
sheet pan chicken bake.
It's a good thing it's easy since you're making me do it.
I think Gary's like he's a stealth chef. I think he actually cooks a lot at home.
So we got it all in there. It looks good. Looks
Yeah.
healthy too, actually.
Looks healthy, looks colorful. Again, the sliced onions I think look a little better, but we get the same effect. got the color and all that good stuff. And we taught you how to dice today.
Exactly.
Easily dice an onion.
And slice, because you'd use the same theory,
Same
right,
theory,
for your
just
onion.
lacking a step. So, awesome. Looks
Okay.
wonderful.
Good job.
All right, so we're going to put that in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes is what it says. It's on 400 degrees. Before we started, I preheated the oven. That's the first step a recipe is always going to tell you. That's what it tells you in here is to go ahead and preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And by the time you're done chopping, slicing, dicing, all that good stuff, seasoning, you'll have an oven ready to slide that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this in here right now.
Okay.
But like we said, we have our magic
It's magic here
appearing
at the Nelson County Extension Office.
That's right. Whoa, there it is. Look at that.
Oh, looking good.
All right. So you can see it's lost some of the color. So if you want to, it's cooked all the way through. This is good for fajitas. If you're into that kind of thing, we're actually going to try to do that today. And we've got tortillas here, so we'll load those up.
Okay.
Hopefully we can get a close-up view of that.
Absolutely.
And we'll try it out. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
So we're going to get that all set up.
Perfect.
All right. We have our meal all set. And as you can see, we have them on tortillas, right?
Yes, and we these are just white flour tortillas. You can get a variety of tortillas if you're specific to your diet. I probably should have gone whole wheat here because we're supposed to be making half of our grains whole, as they say. But it tastes good.
That's right. You have lots of different options.
Yeah, there's
that are
low
good
carb
for you.
options, there's
That's
whole
right.
wheat options, there's low fat options, low calorie. They've got it all.
Yeah.
They've
I
got
have
it all.
everything out there
Yeah.
for you. Now, it would not be appropriate to put all the sour cream on here, though, if we're keeping with the health conscious, right?
We won't do it today, but you could skip your glass of milk.
Ah, okay.
And you could go ahead and put a little dollop of sour
And then you get
cream
your
on there, and then
dairy.
you get your dairy. So
Okay.
today, again, this recipe always mentions how to make it a meal. So I think it suggests cantaloupe, and then skim or low-fat milk, and then tortillas. So we've got tortillas, we've got our milk, but I substituted strawberries for cantaloupe just because I'm more of a strawberry fan.
Yeah, I'm not a cantaloupe fan either.
There you go.
So, strawberries I love.
There we go. Well,
a good
it's
choice.
your
I'm glad
lucky
you
day.
substituted.
It's your lucky day. This makes 4 servings. You can see we probably used about half of it. So for 2 servings. And then the cost per recipe is $6.24. So to make 4 servings, we've got $6.24, and then your cost per serving is $1.56. So more economical, once again, than going out purchasing some fast food or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely.
You saw how easy this was, how quick it was. It's kind of mix it all together, pop it in the oven for 20 minutes, and then you got a full meal. So
Well, like we said, it has to be easy because it has easy in its name.
that's right. That's
Easy
right.
sheet pan chicken bake.
That's right.
And this is the August recipe that is in the 2019 Food and Nutrition Calendar, and you can get them at the Extension Office, either here in Nelson County
Plenty
or
of them.
anywhere. And they just got several more in, right?
And if you have a group or you're with an organization that might like a box of them, we'd be glad to give you
right.
as many as you want.
And as we said, it is August, so it's getting towards the end of the year, but the calendars still come in handy because there is a recipe for every month. So you can kind of go back and enjoy the various different recipes and then keep it for the next 4 months. And then when 2020 comes back out, you can get a whole new calendar with whole new recipes. Right?
That's right. And we'll go through them all. But we've got probably 3 or 4 more. And they're all very good. So
Yes.
we'll keep going through it.
Absolutely. So stay tuned here on Channel 6 at Kentucky Television each month. We will have the recipes that are available, but come in and get your 2019 Food and Nutrition Calendar. And I've been here with Luke. Joe, do you want to try it?
Should we try it?
Well, we might as well.
Gary was trying to skip out on the tasting portion.
Well, that's the best part. Okay, are you going to
I
do
was going to roll it up.
I was going to say.
Let's just
Show a
let's
proper,
just get-
can you show a proper
Ooh,
way
I
to
don't
roll?
know. I can't, but I see them at all these restaurants that make the burritos and stuff. They seem like they do something
Why
like
don't you
that.
come up here? We have some homemakers here to show
We
us
got
the
a
proper way
live
to roll.
audience.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Look, that's not bad, right?
Good for you.
Look at that. All right, I'm gonna take.
I
I'm
wasn't
gonna go
watching,
for the
though.
You gotta roll the sides first.
Oh, do the sides first.
Sides first, and then here.
You do. And then do the bottom.
Yeah, but you may have overrolled. That's okay. You just eat it.
Okay, there it goes.
As
It's
long as
staying
it
in
gets
there.
in your mouth and your. I think I got more tortilla than the chicken.
That was
but
good.
Still a good bite.
Very good.
Salsa, sour cream.
The spices are good too.
They are.
Yeah, sour cream.
So
is really
again-
good. Or guacamole. That'd be really good too.
We're also going to have later today, but
Yeah, because I had garlic powder, paprika, salt, pepper.
chili powder,
Chili powder,
paprika, garlic powder, salt, pepper.
It's very good.
Anyway,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And then with our milk
yeah.
and
Strawberries.
our strawberries, it makes it a perfect
We
meal.
usually like to eat a lot more after the show's over, but
Yeah, exactly. Well, again, this is the Easy Sheet Pan Chicken Bake August recipe. Stop into the Extension office and get your copy. This has been Gary White with Luke Fries at the Nelson County Extension office. Thank you.
thank you.